I'm going crazy. 무뎌져.
Sunlight strikes your sleepy face, making your eyes open. In the message that it's already morning. You shuffle your body that your back was facing the big window from where sunlight was coming, but as you turn, your brown orbs caught the most beautiful sight to start your day. Without knowing, your lips curled up and your fingers tapped inside his black locks, which were blocking the view of the prettiest face you have ever seen in your life. Your dear husband was sleeping so deep in his soft slumber, snoring like a baby. His thin lips were curved in a small pout, making you chuckle silently. You leaned down and placed a little peck on his cheek. Your lips stayed on his cheek for a few seconds, and then you set up removing the covers from your body, going inside the bathroom. You came out of the bathroom drying your wet hairs, but the side in front of you made your steps halt. He was awake and sitting shirtless on bed with his phone in his hand. Without realizing it, you start to bite your lower lip with blushing cheeks until you heard him clear his throat. You diverted your gaze to the vanity beside you, pretending to do your business. He sealed his lips in a thin line to control his love, watching you act innocent. Please prepare breakfast fast so we can leave. Today is the magazine launch. We can't be late. This morning Horace's voice gave you chills. You just know that standing up, he went inside the bathroom to take a shower. First, you picked up his orange suit he is going to wear today, and after placing it on the bed properly, you went down to prepare breakfast. After a few minutes, he came down wearing his blazer over his perfectly fitted white shirt and black pants. You had already placed breakfast on the table. You both sat together and started eating. It was all silence until he spoke, making you all flustered. The breakfast is delicious. Thanks for making it. As you were squealing from inside, you wanted to smile wildly, but control yourself. I'm glad to hear that, you said, making him nod. Today is a big day for everyone in the office, and its credit goes to you. I never knew that selecting you as an executive editor for my company will be this profitable. You can't express how happy you are right now. Yes, you are on the executive editor post in the company and working like hell for almost 2 months. Today is the magazine launch, and that magazine is going to be a way for our company to have access to the world out of only celebrities' life. Our company will become one of those companies who can take part in social and political publishing, including the entertainment industry. But it will be decided after the launch today. Jungkookff is so happy because his childhood dream will come true if the launch becomes successful today. At the office, you were in your office working until you heard your office door being knocked. A male employee peeked inside your office. That was none other than Joy. You can call him my office bestie. Stop peeking, Joy, just enter. He chuckled and walked inside with a grin on his face. You raised your eyebrow at him. What's up with this grin? He stood there playing with a glass ball on your table. Bro, today is a big day for you. Aren't you nervous? You sighed and nodded, looking down at the documents in your hand. But I know I have done my best, so let's wait for the results. You shrugged your shoulder. I know your hard work is gonna rock as always, but what will be the gift? You made a confusing expression and he shook his head. Why are you so innocent, baby? I mean, Mr. John, what he's gonna give you? He had the dirty smoke plastered on his face. You scoffed. Shut up, and why are you here so suddenly? Oh yes, I forgot. Mr. John told me to call you to the conference room. Your eyes widened. You got up, picking up the fall. Literally, Joy, how can you forget this? He laughed and followed you to the conference room. You were standing beside Jungkookff. He was looking so serious, lol, when he done. His and others' focus was just on the launch details. Other heads of departments and your team with Jungkookff and his secretary were also desperate. The magazine was already launched and now it was time for rating. Just in some seconds. Boss, I'll open the charts now. Jungkook's secretary spoke, opening the charts on the big screen. You looked at Jungkookff and unfortunately he was also looking at you. You quickly looked away with your running heart. You gulped a heavy lump down as Sophie clicked at the screen, and here was the result on screen, and you heard screams of victory. Yes. Your lip curved in a big smile. You looked at Jungkookff, who had that proud grin on his face. Suddenly his eyes met you and he mouthed thanks. You shook your head and chuckled. Bro, you did it. Just then, Joy jumped and hugged you tightly. You hugged him back. No, we all did it. You broke the hug and your gaze met Jungkook's. That wasn't soft anymore. Thanks to everyone. From now, our work has not doubled but increased 5 times more with our values. I hope everyone focuses on that. Saying this, he left the conference room with his secretary behind him. Mr. Coldy never melts. He taunted Jungkook. You spanked his head and walked out too. Yeah, and stop. After a while, you were waiting for the elevator to get to the upper floor. Just then, some other employees also stood beside you in wait. They started to talk about some party stuff. I'm so happy about the magazine launch victory. That means we'll get a bonus soon. Other employees nodded and spoke. Yeah, and you heard the second breaking news. Which one? Mr. Chon is invited to the president party in the evening. The guests left their mouth. Well, you already knew about it. Damn, really? Then whom will he bring with himself? As always, Miss Sophie. Oh, yeah. Then the elevator opened on the left. You're standing there waiting for the other one still. He always goes to business parties with Sophie. That's not normal. Then why I'm feeling weird? You thought about shaking your head and entered the elevator. You were making coffee for yourself, standing in the little kitchen of office. Your mind was literally filled with anonymous thought. You remembered the chilly face of Jungkook when Joy hugged you, and then at the elevator the party talks. You were so engulfed in your thoughts that you were only stirring coffee in the cup, forgetting about your surroundings. You flinched with shock when two arms slid on your vest. Your eyes widened, you relaxed when his cologne scent hit your nostrils, but still you were processing the sudden change in his behavior climate. You're so occupied in your thoughts. He whispered in your ear, placing his head on your shoulder. You felt your tummy flipping inside. His big hands wrapping your waist, giving you tingled feelings. His hot breath hit your neck as he spoke. I'm Mr. John. You were not able to talk properly. Your body temperature was rising frequently. Mrs. John. And that's it. Bring my coffin. Gulping a big lump, you spoke some words. Someone will see us. Like this. Your breath was already uneven, but when he brushed his nose with her cheek skin, it all ended. So what? Let them see. I'm standing with my wife. My wife? That's it. Your legs also gave up thanks to his tight grip on your waist. Are you here to give me a hug back? You blurted out with some confidence. He laughed at your words. You turned around but still trapped in his arm. I'm not here to give you a hug back, but an invitation. His fingers trailed to your hair, then brushed the back of his hand on your cheek. Invitation? Yes, for today's party you're going with me. You were about to speak, but he placed his finger on your lips. No buts and no suggestions. My words are final. His raspy voice made you so nervous that you just nodded your head, and the reason is you deserve this opportunity. You have worked harder than anyone for this magazine, so don't think it's only because you're my wife. You already blushing cheeks blushed more on next level. You felt something soft on your forehead, and those were his lips. You closed your eyes. Feel his touch. Is care for you. Chung must be cold in behavior and doesn't talk much, but his action always made you remember how lucky you are to have him in your life. I'll see you later. You again nodded, making him chuckle. It's okay to speak up. I'm not a coldy or I will not eat you up. He spoke and left the kitchen. You gripped your chest tightly. Wait, how the heck did he know my inner thought? You shrugged your shoulder, focusing on today's party. Guess what? I have to discuss about my dressing with Sophie. She had better know how I should dress. You picked up your coffee and went to the Sophie's office. She is a mature, elegant woman, also married. Well, guess what? Today she also got time to go home early because you're going with Jungkook. You came back home after the office. Before coming home, you met Sophie. That girl was really so happy that she will be going home instead of attending those awkward, formal, Richie parties. You were so in your thought that Jung entered the room and you didn't notice him. Aren't you getting ready? Discussion made you come out of your thoughts. You looked at him, who was now in his half-open white shirt and black pants. He placed his car key aside and threw his blazer and tie on the couch. Yeah, I was just going to change. Change? Have you already decided on the dress? He bit your lip, nodding. He opened his shirt cuff button. Which dress are you wearing? Your eyebrows frowned. After hearing him before, he did compliment you on your dress choice and said also you look good wearing it, but never asked for what dress you're going to wear. Well, that wine red velvet cocktail dress. He looked at you with a little smirk. The dress that I gifted you from Paris on your birthday? He looked down, nodding. His lips and curved up in happiness. Finally, you are going to wear the dress. He was thanked to see you. Okay, I will get ready in the bathroom. You get ready here. He went inside the dressing room while you cupped your burning cheek. Why am I blushing this much today? He went to get ready. You You are standing in front of the vanity making your hair with this fine red velvet cocktail dress. You decide to make a loose bun and curl your front hair to give a rich look. You wear a cellular necklace and cellular dangling earrings just the same length as your curly hair strands. You look at yourself in the mirror from up to down. I hope I'm looking better according to party style. You made a pout but beautiful. You heard his faint voice as he turned. Your eyes sparkled. He was wearing a red silk blazer or a printed shirt with red silk pants. His tiny waist was engulfed by a leather belt with a choker necklace in his neck. His tongue swirled on his lip piercing, attracting your attention to his lips. So that's why he asked for your dress to wear matching couple wears. Don't stare at me like this. We still have a long party to attend. Your eyeballs popped out at his choice of words. He chuckled, walking close to you and stood beside you, giving you his arm. You shyly gripped his arm and walked out with him. You both have reached the party venue already. You didn't know the party was going to be on terrace with such a beautiful view of the city. People around you were from different fields as politics, law and entertainment industry. And all of them being filthy rich. Men were wearing those design tuxedo and women's dresses in elegant sexy dresses for a night party. You are standing beside Jungkookff, who is right now talking to one of the successful businessmen right now. You are holding a wine glass and sipping alright a little. Yan, she is my wife, Mrs. Chonwayan. Well, as I told you, today's achievement credits go to her. Your attention was turned to Jungkookff as he spoke about you. The man he was talking looked at you. You respectfully greeted him. Good evening, Mr. Johan. My evening has really turned good after meeting such a beautiful and smart woman. He asked for a handshake. You gave your hand in his, but he turned to your hand to kiss the back of it. But before his lips touched your hand, you back off your hand. He chuckled at your action, looking at Jungkookff. Well, John, take yourself being luckiest. Saying this with a smile, he left you both alone. I'm sorry, I don't feel very comfortable with this Western greeting style, you said, explaining yourself, but felt a tight grip on your vest. His hand caressed the side of your vest. You did great, no need to explain. You gave him a quick smile, but he didn't lie about me being luckiest. His eyes roamed, looking at you from top to bottom, and stopped at your red lips. Those lips were no less than a red wine for him, which he wants to drink continuously without any break. You gulped, feeling his burning stare into your soul. Jungkookff, yes. He didn't look away from your face. Someone is coming here. You whispered, gripping his arm softly, and he came to his senses but also whispered something that was only audible to you. Here come the mood breakers. You giggle at its words and its duality. This man is sometimes too difficult to understand. It was a couple, an old judge and his young wife. That's awkward, and his wife eyeing your husband is the most awkward thing for you. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Nelson. Jung greeted them and you too. Jung was talking randomly with the man until his wife spoke, who looked same in age as yours. Mr. John, today you didn't bring Sophie with you, he asked, eyeing you and your dress. Jung looked at you and said, yes, actually today is not a less best day for me and my company, and all of its credit go to our executive editor John Wayan. That's why I requested Wayan to accompany me today, because she deserves this. Jungkook's face was cold, but each word leaving his mouth wasn't less than a rose petal for you. He was indirectly telling everyone how proud and lucky he is to have a woman like you in his life. Wayan, you don't look like a person to attend much of parties, as you're standing beside Mr. Chon all the time, he said in a sarcastic way only a woman can understand. Actually, I know how to not cross my territory, or how much of dangerous that's going to be. No one knows. You also blurted out. Both men were confused by this weird talk, but Mrs. Nelson really understood your words. Her expression told. Just then the host took everyone's attention. Good evening, gentlemen and beautiful ladies. May I have your precious attention? Yeah, thanks. So today's party is from our president's side, but the main news for today is about Mr. Chon and his company. So a round of applause for their hard work. You are so proud to see everyone look at your husband and envying his hard work, so we will be glad to invite Mr. Chon Jungkook on stage and say some handsome words just like his personality. You clapped your hands as Jung walked up to the center. Jung took the mic from the host and stood straight to speak. His eyes were roaming everywhere. From the start, it was all about hard work and patience. All of my employees did their best, but there was a person who was my strength and my pride all the way here. I didn't know before that a person can be important to you on this level until she came into my life. For today's achievement, I want to give all credit to the most hardworking woman in my life. our executive editor John Ryan, and without any doubt, I'm proud to say that not even in my professional life but in my personal life too, she had been a pillar of strength for me. Everyone around you was also looking at you and Jungkook, mesmerized by the beautiful relationship. Some were happy, some didn't give a shit. But the only thing you care about right now is this person standing on the stage and turning the hell-named world into a heaven for you. While my behavior has always been cold to everyone, even you, but even after knowing that side of mine, you cope up with me. Being an educated and smart woman, you always have a choice of choosing your own path, but you stayed by my side, being my strength and power. Today, in front of everyone, I wanna confess my true feelings to you. You heard gasps leaving from many of mouths, your heart beating so fast that it never did before. In my eyes, there is no one that can equal your beauty. No words can describe how much you mean to me. For all the time I forgot to thank you, for all the efforts you put in our marriage, for all special things you do. Today, I need to say it in front of everyone that my wife has endured more than I ever have thought possible. I owe her the happiness of the world. I need to say I love you forever and always. You made me wish that I could turn back time and meet you more soon, to love you more. Until now, your eyes were shedding tears hysterically. He walked down from the stage and stood in front of you. With a jump, you let yourself engulfed in his arms, patting his shoulder with your tears. Damn it, if I had this confidence to say it out, how much you mean to me. He chuckled at your words, kissing your forehead and cheek. He grabbed your hand in his. Let's make a beautiful story of us to tell it to our grandkids. As night stories, you giggled at his cheesy, cute line. Everyone around you guys was in awe. He leaned in, capturing you in his, whispering on your lip. You look so beautiful that I can't wait to make love to you.